We're going to be starting with some cat-cow movements. And so what I want you to do is just match her rhythm, okay? Match her speed and match that rhythm. You'll notice her head is going along with this motion as well, looking up when she's down and looking down as she goes up. And what I want you to do in your mind is focus on moving, pivoting this part of your spine. This is a safe movement because there's no load on your spine. You're on your hands and knees, there's no pressure on your lower back, and all we're doing is trying to free up that stiffness through the lower back. So we're not pushing up at the top as far as we can go. We're not pushing down at the bottom as far as we can go. We're focusing on the in-between motion. Good stuff, and that's 7. So I'll have you down now onto your tummy, hands underneath your chin. This one is relaxing when you're focusing on just your breathing. Breathing in and slow, nice and easy. And as you're breathing out, what I want you to be focusing on is letting your spine, imagine it sinking through your belly into the ground. And that'll create some extension in the spine into the discs, which again will take pressure off the discs. So these first 2 movements are to get rid of the stiffness and discomfort so we can progress along the way with our routine. That is good. We've got another little bit to go. Now the other thing you can do to add extension is you can put a hand into a fist or even 2 hands into a fist. But to start off with, we're just going to go flat on our hands. Okay, fantastic. Good. Now we're going to turn over onto our back and you use a lacrosse ball or a tennis ball if the lacrosse ball is a bit too hard for you. And this is time to tenderize those tight glutes and buttock region. So you'll notice that this movement requires some athleticism. You're going to be putting a lot of your weight through this leg into the ground and your hands, and Heidi is maneuvering her body around to explore this whole buttock area. The first few times you do this, you'll need to explore around quite a lot. You can flip over on the other side. But the next few, after you've done this a few times, you'll get to learn and know where the tight spots are, those trigger points are, and you can just focus on those areas. Good stuff. You just got another 10 seconds to go here. That's great. And you're not pushing as hard as you can. You don't want to bruise the area. We just want to start tenderizing it. Okay, fantastic. Now we're going to turn you back over onto your front and we're going to get into a pigeon pose stretch. So you're going to cross that one leg right in front of the other. That's good. So a lot of people here will get onto their elbows for this section. But what I would like you to do, actually just stay there for a second, Heidi, so they can see your lower back a bit more. You'll notice that this here creates a rounded lower back, a flexed posture, which is not a posture that we want to see very much for an extended period of time. It adds too much strain on the lower back. So what's better is if you go right onto your hands, you'll notice that this creates an extension into the lower back. And that is a much better way to go. Now we're going to turn over onto your other leg. Good. Perfect. And so there's a couple extra little things that you can do here. You can maneuver your upper body from side to side a little bit, and that'll capture some different angles of your buttock muscles. Or you can also bring this heel a little bit higher up. So that way we're again just increasing a bit of that stretch. But the goal here is not to pull as hard as you can, just a nice easy stretch. Gradually over time you'll get more and more out of it. And you'll notice again from that angle better that when she's on her hands it creates that nice extension in that lower back. Fantastic. Okay, now last part, onto your back with a rolled up towel right between the shoulder blades. Hands overhead. That is perfect. Breathing. Nice and easy. Relax. We're here for another 20 seconds. You can stay there longer if you want. Our goal here is to reverse that slouch, slumped posture. The more slouched we become over the day, the more strain and pressure it adds on that lower back. And so we're just trying to free up not only the lower back with this 5-minute routine, but above and below. It all has a big impact. Good. This is the end of our 5-minute routine, guys. Good job.